Dillian Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, we got heavyweight news. Very pertinent heavyweight news. Well, heavyweight contender Dillian Whyte from England. Bad boy, right? Bad boy. He's been in some good fights. Dillian Whyte has been a WBC mandatory for a long time. Let him and most of his fans tell it, and a whole lot of people tell it. So, he's finally sick of it. And he said he's filed grievance against WBC, basically meaning he's about to sue the WBC. Now, there's many articles about it. I put one of them in the description box. Bottom line, it's about to go down. What this video here is just to let y'all know, get your damn popcorn, right? Get your popcorn, sit back, chill. This is going to be very entertaining, right? Because it's going to have to be some truths coming out. Bottom line is, most people that, if you find me on the internet, you'll probably know a lot of pertinent things about Dillian Whyte, what we've been saying about Dillian Whyte, what the history is about Dillian Whyte with the WBC in terms of him getting his title shot that he so dearly wants, right? We've documented that it was mandated by the WBC to fight Luis Ortiz, and he did not do it. And we're wondering, how does the WBC allow him to ignore something they say, something they tell him to do? Basically a law. I told you to do this and you ignored my rules, our rules and regulations. You were the mandatory and you didn't take the fight, and we still letting them talk. They're ignoring that he was doped against Oscar Rivas. They're ignoring that Deontay Wilder asked him to fight. That did Dominic Brazil, who was the number one. Let's put it like this in layman terms. Dominic Brazil was the number one. Dillian Whyte was the number two for the WBC. Right? There's other titles. One is called the Diamond. One is the Interim. Get confused. One was the number one. One was the number two. Dominic Brazil was the number one. And the number one said, well, since you so froggy here and you act like we have a discrepancy here, let us fight to make sure who's the number one. Dillian Whyte didn't do that either. Right? That's just with the WBC. With the IBF, he didn't fight Pulev either. But that's not really pertinent. It's just to show what kind of dude this is. You had all these opportunities. So he's about to sue the WBC because he's sick of waiting. Right? We know we have the Corona break, and we know that if it was Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, both of these guys are having mega fights. Fury's hooked up. He has to fight Deontay Wilder a third time. And after that, he's going for undisputed, which means, hey, that trumps whatever Dillian Whyte's talking about, especially considering that he didn't take the fights when he was mandated to do so. Now, either somebody's lying big time, or this is just going to be extremely awesome. Because either the WBC is going to come out firing, like, man, we about sick of you. We didn't say we were trying to be cool, and we sick of you. Or Dillian Whyte didn't duck Ortiz. He didn't duck Dominic Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Maybe those just false reports. Which, bottom line is, popcorn. Popcorn. Keep your eye on this, because if Dillian Whyte is feeling froggy enough to sue these people, maybe he knows something that we just don't know. Because from what we know, logically speaking, and when you put your common sense in on it, you're saying, well, damn, man, if I would have told him as the boss for WBC to do this, to fight this guy, and our number one said fight him, then I ain't trying to hear him talk at all. But they do. And that makes me wonder what's really going on. So bottom line is, Dillian Whyte about to sue the WBC, which means we're going to get the popcorn, check it out, and see what the hell happens here. And just pay attention to it, because it's going to be very, very entertaining what everybody that's involved is going to be coming out saying in the next week or two. Watch my words. Mark them. Dome Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.